If you want to become OP early in Black Myth Wukong, then these top tips are going to help you do it. There is of course some obvious stuff like crafting better armor and weapons, leveling up to get more skill points, and of course learning the mechanics of each fight. But there is some great, not so obvious things that you can do right from the start of the game to help you succeed much more consistently in Black Myth Wukong. If you do want to enjoy this video, please do drop me a like and a subscribe down below, and without further ado, let's jump into it. So first things first, you have potions. Now remember, with potions in Black Myth Wukong, when you actually unlock more than the first four will automatically go onto your fast equip bar, which of course you can drink in the game via your respective keybind. You'll see it when you're playing, it will be just above where your health is there. You can see health, mana and stamina in the bottom left corner, and you can see if I scroll through mine there on PC, this is scroll wheel and then Q to use. Once you've got more than the initial 4 that you actually fill up your bar with, or you start to craft additional ones, be sure to actually equip these, because otherwise they will not appear on this bar. You can only have 4 active at any one time, so make sure as you're getting better ones that you're going to equip them. So for example, if a fight has a specific element, or as elements are known in Black Myth Wukong as banes, so maybe it's an electricity one or a fire one, you might want to equip a potion relative to that fight. Or if you want to do more damage, more crit, more defense, one of these ones up here, you can see maximum stamina increase, maximum health for a long duration, that sort of stuff, then make sure you have those equipped. Worth noting with these potions as well, you are able to use multiple at once, so make sure you're using that to your advantage. The next thing is going to be your spirits, and make sure that you're changing your spirit summon depending on what the fight is. And remember to upgrade your favourite ones, as this does give them a huge boost. Now, some of these are going to be great in different instances. So for example, the Rat Governor here, he's got electricity, and this is actually something you can synergize with your spells. So the pluck of many spells, where you duplicate yourself into many different versions or duplications. If you use the Rat Governor, once you do this, all of your mimics or all of your duplications will then also apply that lightning damage to the enemy. So this is a really good example of how you can synergize with these spirits to do some really good damage. And on top of this, you can use some of them to your advantage, such as this one right here, the Wandering Wight. It does give somewhat of a stun effect when you do ram into the foe. And again, this can be really useful if you are wanting to get a nice bit of damage out whilst the enemy is stunned. Additionally to this, pay attention to the far right hand side of the screen, where you can see here my level and my stats. Each one of these spirit summons, and again depending on your different upgrades, can give you some different stat effects as well. So you can see the Gore Eye Diarist here. If we see the equipped effect is moderately increase the maximum mana, so you can see on the right hand side there, plus 10 to mana. If you want to upgrade these bad boys, you go into one of the incense offering stations or shrines, you go down here to self advance and then cultivate spirits. It's going to cost you will in order to do the first couple of levels, and once they get to level 3+, it's also going to cost you, for example, their Blood of the Iron Bowl or Knot of Voidness, and so on and so forth, so some more specific materials. The next thing here is going to be making sure you make use of each of the different stances. You can freely switch between these at any time during your gameplay, and actually the game kind of encourages this, so use the best stance slash combo slash heavy hit style for the fight that you are in. You've got Smash Stance, which you get right at the beginning, Pillar Stance, which you get very early on, and then most people by now will probably already have Thrust Stance unlocked as well. Bear in mind when you're going through these, you can get things like the Resolute Strike here, or you can get Sweeping Gale with the Pillar Stance, you can get Tactical Retreat with the Thrust Stance, and so on and so forth. So make sure you are making the most out of these in the best possible way that you can. Use each of these stances to your advantage to make sure that you can either hit from a distance, hit from some height, or get some good damage out depending on the style of the boss and the fight that you are now currently doing. Next, if you go into the Incense Shrine and go down to the Brew section, you will actually be able to look at your soaks and your drinks. Now, as you go through the game, you will naturally pick up more of these and of course pick the best or the coolest sounding ones, but one thing to remember is some of these are great for certain banes. So you can see coconut wine here says each sip restores 33% of your maximum health, and that is the only one that I've got right now. But you can see the soaks have different effects. So this one right here, the gold gem, using the gourd moderately increases poison resistance for a short time. The one I'm currently using means that the gourd can no longer be interrupted by an incoming attack and provides considerable damage reduction. This is really nice, especially in early game. And there's also another one I've got here called the Copper Pill. This one is after using the gourd. The next rock solid costs no mana for a short duration. So you can see here, instead of Cloud Step, you can swap out to the rock solid. So if you are going to use this formation or this transformation, you may want to have the right soak applied to your drink in order to be able to make the most of this. Again, it's another little thing that you can do if you are struggling in fights to try and synergize your build a little bit better and make yourself much stronger. Following on from this, looking at the curios here, or the accessories, these are going to be really good, and you can get different ones for different specific things, so make sure that you have the best curios equipped for the build that you are currently running, or for the battle that you are currently struggling with. So some can help you more in certain situations than others. For example, here I've got the cat eye beads, which of course increase my critical hit chance, but I'm currently rocking something that moderately increases my defense. So you can see on the right hand side of the screen, that's a plus 14. And I'm also rocking one that is, upon successful hits with the light attack combo, moderately increases attack for a short duration. This is actually really good because, of course, you're light attacking for the most part of most fights. But if I was maybe needing a little bit more crit rather than the defense, I could of course swap this out. And as you get more of these unlocked throughout the game, make sure that you are picking up the right ones for the right build or for the right fight that you are in. This is going to massively boost your power if you do this correctly. Now, this next one is a spoiler warning for Chapter 2. It's towards the end of Chapter 2, so if you haven't got here yet, or if you don't want to hear about things that you might not have uncovered, if you want to do secrets yourself, skip past this point to the last timestamp in the video. If you're not bothered about hearing spoilers, or you've already got to this point, then feel free to keep watching on how Celestial Medicine can really help you out. So once you actually unlock the Zhu Dog NPC, this guy is going to be able to help you to craft medicines. You're going to need to complete a small side quest towards the start of Chapter 2. Once you've completed this by defeating the giant frog and helping him out, when you eventually make it to the section underneath the temple, you'll be able to find him and he will offer you the chance to make medicines. Now when you go on here, you'll see that you have access to both celestial and mortal medicines, but celestial medicines are going to be the ones we're looking at right now, and these are actually going to increase your main stats by a certain amount. So you can see here, max health by 15 for each one of these, max mana by plus 10 for each one of these ones, max stamina plus 10, max defense plus 5, stamina recovery rate plus 3, and then you can of course create defense for specific banes as well, so chill, burn, poison, shock. All of these are really good, and they are permanent upgrades to your character at the cost of a certain amount of will and of course the mind cores. So the mind cores are going to be the things you're going to need to graft for in terms of getting these more consistently, but it is worth noting with these you can also remake your celestial medicine. It will take away all of the buffs that you currently have but give you the mind cores back, so if you change up your build slightly or something later down the line crops up that you want to invest into more, you can of course do that as well. And this is a really nice way to boost your power early on in the game. Like I said, this is in Chapter 2, you can get access to this and it makes a huge difference. Really nice little added bonus. Make sure you're taking advantage of it. So that is going to be it for my top tips and tricks on how to become OP early in Black Myth Wukong with as little spoilers as physically possible. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop me a like and a subscribe down below, as both of those things massively help out me and the channel. And if there's anything that you think I might have missed that is also a really good tip for becoming OP early, then drop that down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have come up with and discovered so far yourselves as well. Other than that, I'll catch you very shortly on a brand new upload. Thanks for watching, take care, and peace.